Hi guys, welcome back. Today I am in St Anne's. I'm just outside the Toby Carvery at Salter's Wharf. Look at that. I've been to this Toby Carvery more than once. It's amazing. The service is always fantastic. The food's always amazing. It's a really nice place to sit and eat, so yeah, I would definitely recommend it. But today I am going to walk down this little path and end up on the promenade. A little crazy golf there, look. That's adorable. Look at that, that's really nice. You can see the little train track for the mini railway runs all the way around there. Doesn't seem to be operating today, but then again it is raining. Might have to go on there in the summer. Look how tiny the track is. The track's really small. And you can see behind the fence that runs alongside, you can see golf course, and then just behind that side of the fence you can see the beach huts. So yeah, if we just keep walking down here. I just had to shift the camera to the side because there was a whole bunch of kids walking past with the families. But anyway, that's fine because you got to see the golf course and the mini railway. Let's go down this path now. I love these little paths. When you look at them like that, you get the feeling they could lead anywhere. Well, we're going to take a look at the beach huts and the promenade. The sea looks all the way out. Somebody told me that the sea, when it goes all the way out, goes just over 2 miles out. 2.2 miles out or something, somebody told me. If you know that to be either true or false, please let me know in the comments. I have walked out though all the way to the water's edge once when the sea was pretty much almost all the way out, and it did seem like it was a couple of miles for sure, because I walked all the way up to the estuary markers, and I do have that on video. It's one of my very early videos, quite a few years old, but yeah, I do have it on video, and if I can remember I'll link that video on the screen at the end of this one. You can't see much today, you can't see the estuary markers because it's a foggy-ish day. Look at that. Public Spaces Protection Order. No barbecues or outdoor cooking. I have seen quite a few barbecues on this beach, so that notice probably is necessary. In the summer they're mainly those little disposable ones that you can buy, you know, just light up, cook a couple of burgers, eat your burgers, then throw your little barbecue away. Or if you live in Blackpool, you just leave your barbecue on the beach and go home. No, don't. That was a bad joke. Blackpool people are actually very, very tidy when it comes to the beach. We're very conscious about keeping things tidy and looking after the beach. If anything, it's the holiday makers that come and just think it's okay to leave all their crud all over the beach. A few summers ago, I think it was the summer before 2020, I was just going for one of my promenade walks and I saw there was a family, a huge family, must have been about 8, 9, 10 people, and they were just packing up and going away, except they weren't packing up, they were just picking up some of the stuff and they left everything on the steps. There were like dirty rolled up nappies, there were beer cans, there were Coke cans, there were empty Tesco meal deal packaging, just bags and bags of rubbish. If I was a less passive person, I would have said something like, oi, pick up your crap. But I have a thing about confrontations. I definitely don't like confrontations, and I'll usually avoid them at all costs. So I just kind of inwardly sighed and watched them as they just walked off, leaving everything lying on the steps. But anyway, back to today, and back to our St Anne's promenade walk. It's a chilly old day. There's a lot of rain in the air. Like, doesn't feel like it's raining, but it is raining. It just feels like the air's wet and leaky. I know that sounds super weird, but you know when the drops of rain are so fine, it doesn't feel like it's actually raining, but it is. You can see the lifeboat in there, the lifeboat shop. There's the slipway running down to the sand. That is for the sole use of the lifeboats. And here we can see the little St Anne's boating lake, or boating pond. I don't know if it qualifies as a lake. I guess it does. It's a tiny lake. I remember I was here one summer. Well, they've had them a few summers, and they had these. They were like gigantic plastic bubbles, what they were renting out to float on there, and it was mainly kids that were using them, not adults. They're just like big clear plastic bubbles. They pump them through there, pump them full of air, zip you inside, and they're kind of watertight, and the kids just roll around and fall around on the water for a few minutes till the time's up, giggling their little heads off like they're having the best time of their lives. And all I can do is look at it and think, oh my gosh, that looks terrifying, because I'm kind of claustrophobic, and even though those bubbles are see-through, being zipped into one of them would be terrifying. From my perspective, I'd be truly scared. Can't see any boats or anything out today, but I'm sure everything will be back when it gets to Easter and summer and that lot. Look how quiet everything is. You can vaguely hear the sound of the sea. I think that's the sound of the sea, what I hear. Could just be wind. The sea's so far back, you can't really hear anything. There's the View Cafe. Got some chips from there once, back in the day when I used to work at the swimming pool. I was on a break and I went in there to get some chips. They were really nice. They cost a little more than your average chip shop chips, but perfectly reasonable price for a beach cafe in St Anne's. And they were really good. I don't think I've had any disappointing food in St Anne's. Most of the places I've eaten do cook to a nice standard. Is it me, or does the sand look weird the way it comes? It like comes high up on the seawall like that, and also some holes there. There's a hole there what somebody's dug, and there's also a hole here what somebody's dug. For some reason that reminds me of when I was a kid. I've been about, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, that age. Me and a bunch of other local kids, friends, we decided we wanted to build the world's biggest sandcastle. Now, certain things to bear in mind. One, we had no idea that there was a world record for the world's biggest sandcastle. I mean, I'm fairly certain there is, but we had no idea what that record was or how big that world's biggest sandcastle would be. And lastly, we just thought, I don't know how we came to this conclusion, but we just thought we'd build this gigantic sandcastle and somehow end up in the Guinness Book of World Records. Not sure who we thought was going to magically turn up and measure this sandcastle and check on it and verify anything. We really didn't think things through, but it's about 12, 14, 15 of us, just a load of local kids and a few mates from school, and we took spades down, like garden spades and big gardening shovels and stuff like that. We went down on the beach because the tide was just going out and we were close to Central Pier, and we decided that'd be a swell place like to build our sandcastle. Ugh, I can't believe I just said swell place. I sound like I'm from the 1950s. So yeah, we just started digging and basically creating a gigantic pile of sand. And this random guy came down and he said, "What are you doing?" Like, I said, "Well, we're making the world's biggest sandcastle." And he was like, "Yeah, okay then, carry on." He was sort of like that. But we just dug and dug and dug and dug. And my childhood memory remembers this sandcastle getting to about 15 feet tall. In reality, it was probably less than half that. It was probably around 6 feet tall or something. But we were doing it for ages, and then we went on Southern Central Pier as the tide came in, and the tide came in, but even when it came completely in, it didn't entirely cover our sandcastle. Look, there is more sand because everything here is covered. Look, the steps are covered here. So I was right when I said the sand looked higher, because look there. I'm sure I remember going down those steps at some point. But anyhow, this video is getting super long, so I am going to finish it off now. So thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you're still here, and I will see you all very soon in the next one. Goodbye.